Please like this video. It will really help this story reach as many people as possible. Thank you so much for your support. She met me at the door like she used to. Fast steps, arms open, chin tipped up for a kiss. It would have been perfect if her eyes didn't look past me for half a second, like she was checking a mark on the wall behind my head. The hug landed, warm enough, but the face was wrong. A month ago, that look meant I was home. Tonight it felt like she was performing home. Traffic? Lauren asked, stepping back to take my bag. Usual, I answered, watching her too carefully for a man arriving at his own house. She was in that soft cardigan I bought last winter. Hair down, makeup subtle like she learned it from a tutorial called How to Look Effortless. The kitchen smelled like lemon cleaner and salmon in the oven. Her I care menu. I should have been grateful. Instead, I was counting the beats between her questions and my answers, and noticing how she checked the clock on the microwave while I untied my shoes. If I'd known where it was headed, I would have left the shoes on and stayed standing. We ate at the island. She asked about a supplier issue at my office, like she'd been tracking it. I gave her the headline. She touched my wrist with 2 fingers. "I'm proud of you," she said. "You sound like a manager," I told her. "That bad? I'd take a teammate." She smiled. "You've got one." Her phone buzzed on the counter face down. She didn't even flick her eyes to it. The first time she'd avoided a screen in months. That should have been a good thing. It read like theater. After dinner, I grabbed the trash and took it out. The neighbor, Ben, pulled up with grocery bags and waved. "Man, you two hosting a magazine shoot or what?" he joked. "Your porch lights match." "Lauren's on a roll," I said. "Keep her happy," he chuckled, then lowered his voice. "Hey, Saturday, couple of us are grilling. Bring her." "Maybe," I told him. "I'll see how the week goes." I went back in and watched Lauren wipe a spotless counter. Slow arcs, bites of silence between us. "You okay?" I asked. "Feels like you're tuned up." She rested her hands on the towel. "I'm just trying. You've been tired and I've been busy and I don't want us to drift. So I made dinner. I cleaned. I put away your dry cleaning. I want us good." "Same," I said. "So let's keep it simple. I need 3 things. Call or text if you're late. No vague plans I find out about when you're already gone. And if something's off, we don't mask it with perfect salmon. We say it. Deal." She blinked. "That sounds like rules. Sounds like teamwork." Her jaw flexed, tiny movement most people would miss. Then she smiled again, bigger this time. "Deal." Her phone buzzed, twice. She didn't move. I held her eyes until the sound stopped. She kissed my cheek and took the towel to the sink. "Yoga with Chelsea tomorrow," she tossed out, casual. "I might be back later than usual. Text me when it changes from usual." I replied. "Of course," she said, and added a little laugh, like I'd been adorable. I canceled Saturday's grill in my head. The next morning, before work, I opened our shared calendar on the fridge. I erased the Friday dinner with her friends and wrote, "Mike's Garage. Tune up, 6 to 9. I didn't ask. I didn't explain. New rule. I don't show up to scenes where I don't feel respected. I left her a sticky note on the coffee tin. "Take my car tomorrow if you need it. Oil change done." I gave, but I took space. At the office, my assistant Tara leaned on my doorframe with her mug. She's 40, sharp, talks to me like a brother. "You've got the look," she said. "What look?" "The one that says you're reading a room that used to be easy." I tapped my pen. "Maybe I'm just old." "Sure. Or maybe somebody at home is trying to win an award. How's that working?" "Ask me Friday," I said. She pointed at my calendar on the whiteboard. "You scratched the couple's dinner. Progress. Self-preservation." At noon, I got a text. A picture of a salad on our counter, a note beside it. "For the hardest working man I know. Come home early tonight. I miss you. L." That played well. I buckled at small acts done quietly. I let myself believe she heard me. I did come home early. We ate the salad and roast chicken she'd prepped. She rested her chin on her palm and listened to every ordinary thing I said like it mattered. Then, when I reached for her on the couch, she leaned in first and kissed me. Soft. Familiar. It wasn't fireworks. It was better, normal. I let the air out of my guard. At 10:30, she stood, stretched, and said, "I promised Chelsea I'd stop by. She's had a rough week. I'll be quick." "Chelsea at 10:30? I asked. "She's a night owl. You can crash. I'll Uber." "It's 5 blocks," she said, already slipping into sneakers. "Text me when plans change." I reminded. Of course, she sang back, and slipped out the door with a smile that belonged on a brochure. I stayed on the couch, phone in hand. The text never came. At midnight, I walked to the bedroom. At 1, the lock clicked. She moved quiet, like she was saving me from something heavy. I opened my eyes. She took it as affection. "Hey," she whispered. "Didn't want to wake you." "Chelsea alive?" I asked into the dark. "Barely," she said, then crawled in and rolled away. "Good night." In the morning, she made pancakes. She was radiant. She packed me a lunch. She tucked a note that said, "Friday? I'll cook your favorite." She kissed me twice, like a promise. At the office, Tara set the lunch on my desk. "It's cute," she said. "Is it working?" "It's food," I answered. "I'll take it." Call me a cynic, but sometimes the nicest moves come with a price tag. "What price?" You stop asking questions. I took a bite. "I'll pay attention." Thursday night, Lauren texted at 6. "Running late. Book club ran over." "Don't wait. Book club is 3 blocks away at Jen's house." I gave her till 9. She walked in at 11:30, hair more styled than when she left. She smelled like a different perfume than this morning, something I'd never once seen on our bathroom counter. "You switch up your scent?" I asked from the sink, toothbrush in my mouth. She laughed easy. "Jen gave me a sample. Girl stuff. You bring it home?" "Left it there." "Convenient," I said, spitting. "Next time bring it." I liked it. "It'll be gone by then." She deflected and reached for the makeup remover she rarely used at night anymore. "Are you mad?" "No," I said. "I'm running a list." "That sounds ominous." "Sounds like accuracy." She made a face. "You really like being difficult lately." "I like being clear," I said. "Everything else is negotiable." Friday morning, I switched our finances to split categories. Bills automated from my account stayed, but the joint debit card moved to a weekly cap. I sent her the new rule. "Why are you doing this?" she texted. "Structure helps," I wrote. "It keeps us honest." "Feels cold. Feels adult." At lunch, Mike called. He runs a shop, salt of the earth, and reads nonsense from a mile away. "You coming by tonight?" he asked. "I'll put the game on." "Bring that mower blade you said was rattling." "I'll be there," I told him. "I need the noise." "You bring the mower, or you bring your head?" he asked. "Both," I said. Lauren texted at 4. "I got tickets for us for Saturday. New Italian place. Please don't cancel again." "I'm trying." There it was, soft honey on the hook. I considered saying yes just to meet her halfway. Then I remembered the silence at midnight, the sample perfume with no bottle, the way she looked at the microwave and not at me when I walked in. "Saturday I'm with Mike," I answered. "You can plan Sunday brunch if you want." "Noon. Close by. Keep it simple." She sent a thumbs up. No heart. No words. At Mike's garage that night, I slid the mower blade across his workbench. He looked at me over the top of his glasses. "She pulling on you?" he asked. "She's trying very hard to look like she isn't," I said. "Which tells you what?" "That she is. And she wants me to appreciate the effort." Mike blew across the bench. "You want me to say anything useful, or you want a beer in silence?" "Useful. 2 paths," he said. "You push her and you get theater. Or you step back, change your gravitational pull, and see who she really orbits." I turned the blade. "So I stop being the sun." "Exactly. And if you want certainty, I've got a cousin who still does quiet work. Checks schedules, takes pictures, hands you facts. You won't need it if you change the gravity and she drifts. But if you need proof, you won't be guessing." "Give me the number," I told him. "I'm done guessing." I called the guy from Mike's back room. He sounded calm, bored even, like I was ordering cabinets. We discussed rates. He asked for routines, addresses, vehicles. He didn't promise fireworks. He promised a folder. I wired the retainer. Decision made. Sunday brunch with Lauren at a diner went down like an interview. She brought me a newspaper from the lobby like it was 1997. She touched my hand the way someone touches the push-to-talk button on a radio. She asked 6 questions about my week and answered none about hers. "You're miles away," I noted. "I'm right here," she said, a little offended. "Your body is. Your head is solving something else." "Why do you have to read me?" She pushed back, buttering toast she wasn't going to eat. "Can't we just enjoy the day?" "I can enjoy anything that's real," I said. "So help me out." "I am helping," she insisted. "I'm making time." I canceled things. "Which things?" "It doesn't matter," she said quickly and waved for the check. We walked to the car. I didn't open her door. She stood waiting, then opened it herself and sat. In the driveway, she leaned against the hood and tried a different angle. Look, she started. I know I've been scattered. Works a lot. I'm trying. She caught my eyes. I want us. I want you. I know I've been. I don't know, distracted. I'm sorry. There it was, the first soft turn. I nodded. Thanks for saying it. Her shoulders lowered a fraction. So can we stop treating each other like parole officers? Sure, I said. We can treat each other like adults who share information and respect each other's time. It's always rules with you, she muttered. It's always improv with you, I replied. Pick your poison. She laughed once, no humor in it, then reached for my hand. I let her hold it. I didn't squeeze back. The next week she tried hard. She sent pictures of her lunch. She texted at 5, heading to yoga. Back by 8. She was home at 8:20 with a smoothie and a receipt from the studio, like she wanted to earn a gold star. I didn't ask for the receipt, but she put it where I could see it. She slid into me on the couch like the old days. I held her. I also watched our front window across her shoulder. She didn't notice. By Thursday, the detective sent a text. 2 more days. My stomach did nothing. My brain just set a timer. Friday, she showed up at my office unannounced with takeout. Tara caught her in the lobby and walked her back. Let me pause the story for just a second. If you're still listening, please hit the like button on this video. It really helps YouTube show this story to more people. Thank you so much for the support. Now let's get back to the story. Well, look at this, Tara said, eyebrows up. You brought him something. He never eats. I'll make him, Lauren smiled. He forgets. He forgets when he's alone, Tara quipped and patted my door. I'll leave you too. Lauren set the food down and leaned on my desk. I wanted to surprise you. You did, I said. We're okay, right? She asked, searching my face. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells. We're fine, I told her. We're building new habits. You mean your habits, she countered lightly. I mean real ones, I replied. She moved around the desk and kissed me. It was excessive for noon at my office. Her hands stayed longer than they should. She locked eyes. Come home early, she whispered. I'll make steaks. Can't, I said. Mike's. You're always with Mike lately. Mike didn't forget who I am, I said, and picked up a file. She swallowed a retort and replaced it with a smile, so bright it should have needed a dimmer. That night she texted at 9. Call me? Miss you. I was under a car with Mike's flashlight in my mouth. I answered 15 minutes later. You busy? She asked. Greasy, I said. I wanted to hear your voice, she tried. Now you did. Silence. Then a soft sigh. Okay, I'll see you at home. Saturday morning the folder landed in my inbox. No drama. Photos, timestamps, addresses. Short notes. Monday. Coffee with him at a place across town, 15 minutes in his truck, then to his place at dusk, lights off at 10. Tuesday. Gym, then his building, her car around the corner. Thursday, same. Patterns are kind. This one was painted in primary colors. His name was Brandon. His address was on a street I knew from a contractor we used last year. Row houses, neat porches, little flags. The folder held a picture from the sidewalk where she laughed at something he said. Head back. Less performing home, and more forgetting home existed. I read it once. I saved it to a thumb drive. I closed the laptop and drove to the bank. I opened a separate account and cut the auto pays for anything that wasn't essential. I called a realtor for a market estimate, not to list, just to know. I called a divorce mediator in a different zip and booked a first slot. The next day, I signed papers. The week after, I filed. No theatrics. No announcement. I still made coffee in the morning and mowed the lawn. I also started leaving at 6 some nights and coming home at midnight. Friends, bowling, Mike's back porch, a bar downtown with trivia on Thursdays. I didn't lie. I posted nothing. I just stopped being available. Lauren noticed by day 3. Are we going to talk about this new schedule? She asked Tuesday, blocking the hallway with her folded arms. Sure, I said. I've got a new schedule. That's not a talk. That's the update, I replied. We still share utilities and a roof. Everything else is subject to how we treat each other. You're punishing me, she said. Wrong genre, I answered. I'm adjusting. She followed me to the door. With who? Grown men who work with their hands, I said. You'd like them if you like me lately. I do like you, she insisted, then softened her voice to honey again. I love you. I'm trying. You said you wanted more time together, and now you're running off. I wanted respect. I corrected. Time is a bonus. She blew air through her nose. So what? We're roommates now. Something like that, I said. You want anything from the store? She stared at me, then shook her head and walked away. I grabbed my keys and left. 2 days later, she tried the second soft turn. She booked a reservation at a nice spot and showed me the confirmation like a gift. Saturday 8, she said. I got your favorite table by the window. I even texted Ben to let him know we might be late for his thing. You're planning my friends now? I asked. I'm trying to make it easy, she said, palms up. We can reset. We can keep it honest, I replied. You enjoy dinner. I'll catch Ben's thing. The mask slipped for half a second. Then she turned it into a joke. You're impossible, she said. I'm consistent. Saturday I spent the afternoon at Mike's, then hit Ben's grill. Lauren didn't show. Ben's wife, Kelly, asked with that, I know something's off face. She said she might stop by, Kelly offered. She changed her mind, I said, and handed Ben the tongs. At 10 my phone buzzed. Where are you? Lauren asked. Back deck. Ben's. You. Out with the girls, she wrote. Don't wait up. No problem. The next week my thumb drive and the folder felt like a brick in my desk. I didn't wave it around. I didn't drop hints. I let the silence spread. Lauren started making complicated dinners for two that cooled on the stove. She handed me coffee with both hands in the morning like a ceremony. She sat closer on the couch, legs tucked under her, voice softer. It was a lot of sweetness poured on a locked door. Thursday at the bowling alley, my team, Mike, his cousin Ray, and a guy from Ben's office, watched me knock down spares. Your head's better, Ray said. Or you got tired of missing, Mike added. Missing's expensive, I said, lining up the next roll. At 10 we wrapped. I didn't linger. I wanted my house back long enough to end something inside it. When I walked in, all the lamps were on. The kitchen was clean to the point of sterile. Lauren sat at the table with a glass of water, no phone in sight. She'd chosen the outfit I used to compliment, down to the small necklace I gave her for our anniversary. Her eyes were already washed with tears. There you are, she said, this tremble in her voice like a radio station not quite tuned. Here I am, I answered, putting my keys in the bowl. She stood. Can we talk? Please. We're talking, I said. Her eyes searched me. What happened to you? You're cold. You come and go like I'm a stranger. I'm trying to hold this together and she swallowed. You're punishing me for something you never say out loud. It's cruel. I'm asking you to stop. You want to handle it like adults. I replied, leaning on the chair back. Talk it through. Yes, she said fast. Finally. Please. I almost laughed. Now you want to talk. She pulled back like that stabbed. What is that supposed to mean? I opened the drawer with the placemats and took out the thumb drive. I set it on the table like a coin I didn't need. Lauren, I said, no heat. Did you think that meeting a man every evening and ending your nights at his place was going to make me grateful? She froze. It wasn't dramatic. It was mechanical, like a system got unplugged. Then the tears doubled. She shook her head fast. What are you talking about? She demanded, voice going shrill. How dare you? I clicked the laptop open and dropped the folder on the desktop. I rotated the screen. The first picture was her in that soft cardigan, not ours, but the same kind, stepping onto a porch with a smile I hadn't seen in months. Next slide. Next. Timestamps. The truck. The building's number. Her stepping out at midnight. Hair different than at 7. She covered her mouth. Then she dropped her hand and tried for reason. This is not what you think, she said, breathing hard. Enlighten me, I replied. He's a friend, she claimed. He's helping me with a project. I didn't want to say because I wanted to surprise you. You always jump to. A friend you spend every evening with, I cut in. Whose house lights go dark at 10 when you're there? Whose porch you stand on like it's your couch? You don't know anything, she snapped. You hired someone to follow me? Do you hear yourself? This is insane. It's actually very boring, I said. Facts usually are. Her voice cracked. You're violating my privacy. You violated our agreement, I answered. But that's not even the point anymore. Then what is? She demanded, tears smearing everything. Respect, I said. Respect is the point. The minute you tried to sell me a version of yourself and hide the real schedule, I lost mine for you. 2 weeks ago I filed. I've been waiting on paperwork and logistics. Since you know the score now, here's the clean option. Pack what's yours and go stay wherever you've been practicing staying. Be out by morning. I'll get a locksmith. I'll be at Mike's." She stared at me like I'd started speaking a language no one taught her. Then she laughed, sharp and ugly. "You're not serious," she said. "You're doing this to scare me. You want to see me beg? That's what this is." "I want to finish a thing that's already finished," I replied. She flipped to anger like hitting a switch. "You're unbelievable," she hissed. "You pull away, you ruined the last month, and now you want to blame me for trying to keep us together? You've been out every night. You think I didn't notice? You think I didn't wonder who you were with?" "I was with people who know me," I said. "You were with a man who knows you in ways I shouldn't have to diagram on my own kitchen table." "Don't you dare," she snapped, pointing at the laptop. "Delete that garbage and stop this act. You're not perfect." "Never said I was," I answered. "I'm just done being an extra in your show." "Fine," she said, voice rising. "If this is your big performance, enjoy it. You'll regret it. You're throwing away everything because you can't handle it if the world doesn't orbit you." "I changed my orbit," I told her. "You picked yours." "Pack," she cried then, hard, the kind that used to pull me in. I didn't move. I picked up my keys. "You don't even care?" she demanded. "I care about me," I said. "Finally." "Divorce?" she spat, not believing it. "You're actually doing that?" "It's already in motion," I said. 2 weeks. "You can't mean this," she pleaded, voice soft again, almost a whisper. "Please. We can fix it. I'll stop everything. I'll do whatever you want. Just don't blow up our life." "It's not a bomb if the building's empty," I replied. "Morning. Your things. Go." She stepped in front of me. "Where are you going?" "Out," I said. "With who?" "With myself," I answered and brushed past. She followed me to the door, talking fast, promising, threatening, switching gears so fast it gave me a headache. I opened the door. "You'll be alone," she threw at my back. "You'll see. None of your friends will put up with you. You'll crawl back." I looked over my shoulder. "Lauren, if I ever crawl, it won't be in your direction." I drove to Mike's. He met me on the porch with a nod like he'd seen that face before. "Spare room's ready," he said. "You good?" "I'm clear," I said. "Then sleep," he replied. "We'll talk in the morning." I did. I woke up to coffee in silence. We didn't dissect it. He didn't ask for details. He handed me a mug and pointed to the driveway. "Go get your house," he said. When I pulled into my garage, the place felt like a set after the crew left. Lauren was gone, her side of the closet empty in a way that made more sense than the last month ever had. On the kitchen island was a note in her tidy handwriting. "I'm sorry. I panicked. Call me when you calm down. We can still work this out. I love you." I tore it down the fold and dropped it in the trash with the lemon rinds. The rest moved quick. Papers got signed. Assets divided along the lines I set. I didn't punish. I didn't reward. I declined her "we should talk foreclosure" text. I changed the locks. I called the utility companies and updated accounts. I sent her the dates. She could pick up anything she'd missed with Ben as the witness. She didn't show. She sent a friend once. I handed the box and closed the door. Word got back through Kelly that Lauren was seeing the man from the folder officially now. Officially lasted 3 months. He ended it. Kelly told me over the fence while watering plants one evening, the way neighbors share weather. "I'm not surprised," she said, circling the hose. "Sometimes attention is the only glue, and when it dries, there's nothing left." I didn't gloat. I didn't ask. I nodded and went back to painting the porch rail I kept saying I'd get to. My life didn't become fireworks. It became clean. I went to work, came home to silence I liked, sat on my back steps with a beer listening to a game, no guilt in my ears. I bought an old truck from a guy in the next town and spent weekends with Mike getting it decent. I let Tara set me up with her cousin's friend for coffee. We talked about normal things and laughed at normal jokes. I wasn't in a hurry. I was open. The house inside changed too. The bowl by the door stayed full of my keys and nothing else. The bed didn't feel like a negotiation. The couch wasn't a stage. I didn't check clocks when I walked in. If I was late, it was because the lanes were still open and the guys were killing me, or Ben convinced me to help him move a grill in the dark. One Saturday, months out, I saw Lauren's car in town. She didn't see me. She was with her mother, faces tight, carrying a plastic tub into a storage unit. I didn't slow down. I kept driving to Mike's because the points on the truck needed checking and we had wings in the oven. Later, On that same porch, Mike handed me a plate and gave me that old grin. "You look taller," he said. "Less gravity," I told him. He lifted his beer. "To the right kind of quiet." "To accuracy," I said, and we clinked. I didn't get back what I lost at the kitchen table that Thursday night. I didn't want it. I got something else, a baseline that didn't wobble. When someone texts me now, heading out, back by 10, and they're back at 10, I don't celebrate. I nod. That's just how grown people operate. And if there's a night the schedule goes sideways, I don't write poetry about it. I read it. I respond once. Then I adjust for real. I guess that's the line I'd leave with any man at a bar telling me his story and asking me whether to hold on or let go. Don't hold on to an act. Don't let go to make a point. Change your orbit. Watch what follows. If it's respect, it'll move with you. If it's something else, it'll drift to whatever porch it was heading to anyway. When I turned off my porch light that night, I didn't think about who might be looking for a mark on the wall behind my head. My house held no audience. I slept well. In the morning, I texted the woman from coffee. I kept it simple. "Brunch at noon? Somewhere close. Keep it honest." She wrote back one word. "Absolutely." That was enough. Our story has come to an end. If you've made it this far, how about subscribing to our channel? It helps us immensely. I've selected 2 other videos for you that I'm sure you'll enjoy. Feel free to click on them. I'll be waiting for you in the next story. See you soon.